In 2013, the Milwaukee Bucks took a chance on a wiry teenager from Greece.
The Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo from Athens, Greece.
He was raw, unknown, a project. But the Bucks saw something, and so did Giannis.
I say, when you start something, you want to be the best. For the first day, I saw we reached the NBA.
The road was never easy. Giannis entered a league that wasn't quite sure what to do with him. He faced double teams, physical defenders, and most famously, the wall. Miami perfected it. Build a wall. Stop the drive. Watch Milwaukee crumble.
We just played a 5-game series, had a heck of an effort tonight, the way the guys competed and played. There's going to be time to look at and think, and I think we're always trying to find ways to get better, and we'll do that again.
But Giannis didn't run.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. So obviously, Miami is a great defensive team. They play hard. They make it hard for us. We try to make it hard for them, and it's not gonna be easy. You gotta grind through it. You gotta play hard. You gotta screen hard. You gotta roll hard. You gotta come out of the screen hard. And when you get tired, you get sloppy. Turnovers happen. So
he didn't form a super team. He trusted the process. He climbed the mountain.
Throws it up for Ayton. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
And in 2021, he stood at the top.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended after a half century.
One of the greatest finals performances of all time.
Played through adversity, he played through injury. No doubt, given he was the 2-time MVP in the league, this year's Bill Russell, Finals MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And a championship for a city that believed in him since day one.
It means a lot. I want to thank Milwaukee for believing in me. Thank my teammates, man. They played hard every freaking game. I trusted this team. I wanted to do it here in the city. I wanted to do it with these guys. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we were able to get it done.
Milwaukee had done it the right way. They drafted, developed, and delivered.
I've never seen a performance in a closeout game for a championship that was better than what I witnessed last night. He was absolutely sensational, just dominant.
It was everything small markets dream of. A superstar who stayed.
Then I also want to thank every member in our organization, from the top, from our ownership group, down to the entire front office, to our coaching staff, to our medical staff, and to all our players here. We couldn't do it without y'all.
But history has a way of repeating itself. Decades ago, another generational talent started in Milwaukee. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He too won a title there.
Congratulations. Oscar just paid you a great compliment. You had a great series. Congratulations. It was a big help. It was a big help. Listen, Oscar played a hell of a game. How about yourself? You played a great game. Congratulations on the MVP. Thank you very much.
And then, he left. For a bigger market. For legacy. For something more.
A lot of times those MVPs were really yours and you allow them to give it to me. But you never said anything. Today, you should have really had the first statue, because you actually built this Staples Center. It was on your back that we're now here at the Staples Center.
The cracks didn't come from Giannis. They came from the front office. Letting Jrue Holiday go, arguably the defensive backbone of the 2021 run, and watching him help Boston win a title the very next season, that sings. To their credit, Milwaukee tried. Damian Lillard was the swing for the fences move.
Obviously, I've spent my entire career in Portland, 11 years, a long time, so I'm extremely thankful for that organization, that city, the fans, for giving me the kind of experience that I had. And, I don't think it's a secret how much I want to win.
But basketball, like life, doesn't always go to plan. Dame's Achilles injury likely rules him out for much of next season.
An MRI today revealed the severity, and this is a devastating end to his season. But I can report Damian Lillard has suffered a left Achilles tendon tear. His season is over, obviously.
And with Kyle Kuzma contributing what felt like nothing, this core looks more broken than battle ready. Giannis has always said the right things. Loyalty. Team first. Build here, win here.
Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go, I don't want to put anybody in the spot, but I could go to a super team and, just do my part and win a championship, still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way. And we did it.
But lately, his message has shifted.
Okay, because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay, do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No.
After losing in the first round this year, Giannis didn't flee to the Bahamas or Cancun. He went to New York with his family, and fans took notice. He hasn't axed out, not yet. But Giannis isn't just loyal, he's also honest. And for a guy who's done things the hard way his whole career, maybe it's time for something easier. But maybe it's not an ending, just a transition.
This is a big decision for him coming up, what he's going to do next in his career. He's been in Milwaukee forever, so, just leaving is going to leave a sour taste in all the fans' mouth, and I totally understand.
As for where Giannis could go, this is the obvious one. Giannis just visited New York. The Knicks have a solid coach, rising stars, and tons of picks. Next to Jalen Brunson, he could be the final piece and take over MSG like no one has since Ewing. This one's for the dreamers. Pairing Steph and Giannis would be a nightmare for defenses and a dream for passing, IQ, and leadership. It's tight cap-wise, but if we could package Butler or maybe even Green, who knows? Remember the Kareem parallel? History doesn't just rhyme. Sometimes it repeats bar for bar. The Lakers are always a destination. Giannis playing under the lights of LA, next to Luka and LeBron, the story writes itself. And then there's Dallas. A few months ago, they made one of the most shocking trades in recent memory, sending Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. On paper, it made no sense. Luka was younger, better, more beloved. But behind the scenes, maybe it wasn't just a basketball trade. Because now, just a few months later, Dallas wins the draft lottery.
And that means that the number one pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
The number one pick? Cooper Flagg? A generational prospect already being called the face of the next era.
Arizona, the down one, Flagg.
A miracle or a payoff? Think about it. The league gets Luka in LA, the biggest international star in the biggest American market. Just as LeBron begins to fade, in return, Dallas is rewarded. First with the top pick, and now with the perfect trade piece. Because if Milwaukee knows Giannis is done, who says no to Flagg for Giannis? Don't let the league fool you. This isn't luck. This is choreography. Luka for LA, Giannis to Dallas, and Flagg just a pawn in a much bigger game. Giannis has done what few ever do. Stay loyal long enough to win the hard way.
Every time I walk to the locker room, I saw my teammates, they were ready to go to fight. They were ready to go to war with me. They laced up their shoes, they went out there and they gave 100%. I want to thank the coaching staff for teaching us, pushing us every day, every single day, believing in us, teaching us what it takes to win. I want to thank the front office, the ownership for believing in me.
He never chased rings, He earned one for Milwaukee, and that should always be remembered.
So he's an unbelievable guy. Again, for us to have him in Milwaukee and for us to have him this entire time has been great, and the things that he's doing is really special. Knowing the person he is makes it even more special.
If he leaves, it won't be out of spite. It'll be because he's earned the right to chase more.
You're Giannis. If you're Milwaukee and you're Giannis, all you had was Dame. What else is there to compel you to want to stay? Kyle Kuzma, Pat Connaughton. You understand? I love Portis. Don't get me wrong. Portis could be on my team any day of the week, but you don't have much that makes you say, let me stay in Milwaukee.
And wherever Giannis goes next, whether it's New York, Golden State, LA, Dallas, or somewhere else, he'll bring with him the heart of a champion, forged in a city that believed in him when nobody else did. Milwaukee gave Giannis a home, and Giannis gave them a banner. If this is the end, it was one hell of a run. Where do you think Giannis should go next? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more stories like this one, from legacy to loyalty to everything in between, you know what to do.